that in our body there is an organ, a piece of flesh, which is called the heart or the qalb. The qalb. Similarity now to the water tank example, where there's contamination in the water tank, we clean it, pure water comes out. So there's a piece of flesh in the body which is called the what? It is called the heart. The heart, the qalb. And who is telling us this? Who? Not some Maulana, not some Mufti Sahib, not some scholar, not some research of this day and age. This is a Rabbul Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling His Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and He delivered the message to the Ummah. So listen carefully. It's an important message. This is not a message for today, or from today, or I'm saying this, or it's my thinking, oh Hazrat Sahib's opinion, or this Maulana Sahib said this, or Mufti Sahib said this. Who is saying this? Rabb is saying this. Rabb, Allah. And who is Allah? Who is the Rabb? Who created me and you. He gave us our stomach, didn't He? He gave us our eyes. Yeah, He knows about the eye. Allah Ta'ala knows about the importance of the eyes. Allah knows about the importance of the hands. How important are the hands? Allah Ta'ala knows about the importance, because Allah, the Creator, who's manufactured the nose. What is the importance of the nose for a person, for a human being? So all of the parts of the body and the limbs that Allah Ta'ala has created, He is the Khaliq, and He knows that every part of the body, how important it is, how necessary are our parts of our body. But Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has not mentioned any of our parts of our body. Has Allah Ta'ala spoken about the kidneys? In this hadith, it's very important. If the kidneys fail, you have to do dialysis. You can't stay alive. Has Allah Ta'ala mentioned any other part of the body? Has Allah Ta'ala mentioned the stomach here in this hadith? Is this hadith talking about the stomach, the importance of the stomach? Or the leg? No. Or the eyes? In the hadith, what we learn, now you think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, in your whole body, what have I manufactured? Listen carefully. What is that thing? The most important thing is what? Is the heart, is your heart. Now you can imagine that how important is the heart of a human being. In everything, it's the most important piece of flesh and organ of the body. Why? Why is it the most important? It's explained here. Because if the heart is correct, then the whole body, our whole body will function correctly. If the heart is correct. And if our heart is contaminated, then our whole body will not function correctly. So this is very simple masla that we need to understand. If we don't understand, that's our choice. But if we don't understand, we won't understand the Quran. Until today we haven't understood who Allah is. How can we blame them? But we say, where is Allah? Millions of people say, where is Allah? Millions, where's Allah? Where's the Rasul of Allah? We don't believe in this. There are many. Obviously it's this. But when Allah Ta'ala gives people shu'ur, understanding and aql, and Allah's grace and mercy falls on that person, then they understand. This is a clear point, isn't it? That if the tank is contaminated and dirty, then what will come out of all of the taps? Dirty water, contaminated water. What did we do then? We purified the tank. What comes out the taps then? Clean water. This is what Allah Ta'ala is saying, is that if your heart is clean, and there is clean and purification, then whichever part of your body that you do amal from, yes, in different parts of the body do different acts of worship. For example, for salah, use your hands, your forehead, your nose. We do this, don't we? Yeah. So Allah Ta'ala says, if your heart is correct, then whatever amal I've told you, the faraid, the compulsory sadaqat, the zakat, all the actions, whichever action you implement, the nur, the light will come into the action if your heart is correct. And it will become azim ibadah. Just like if the water tank's clean, the water will be pure. If there's islah of the heart, then your amal will have islah. If your amal has rectification and purity, then those deeds will be accepted in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So see how important. So here Hazrat Thanwi rahmatullah stated that don't consider dhikr as some insignificant action. Every human being, it is essential for him to do dhikr or her. In Islam, there are various subjects, branches of Islam, where people are working on that subject or branch of the deen. For example, in this house, there are various taps and pipes and water is being supplied to different rooms. In the same way, Islam has different subjects, different branches, and in every branch and subject, people are doing the work of the deen. We see that there's work of the deen going on, whatever's happening. But every subject and branch of the deen will be implemented purely and correctly if your heart is clean. For example, you are doing the work of the deen, you're propagating the deen, you have to follow the system to learn dhikr. So what's the system to clean the heart, to purify the heart? For example, when we don't have time to to purify the tank, we assign the job to a company, a contractor. We say, can you come once a week, clean my water tank? The technician comes, you pay him, he comes every week, he puts the disinfectant, he cleans it with a proper procedure system. And here, to clean the tank of the heart, we are insan, human beings, we're lazy, negligent. So we should have a company and a technician, the specialist who cleans our heart, who rectifies our heart. That is the wali of Allah, the Sheikh. Register yourself with the Sheikh, the wali of Allah, and say to him, I'm lazy, I'm negligent, I need to know, I want to make a connection with you. So the Sheikh says, okay, you've got a connection with me, so I'll prescribe to you dhikr, such a dhikr that will never make you lazy, negligent. So it's lazim, the first step to purify the heart is to visit the technician, the specialist, the physician, a man or woman, brother or sister. You have to have the teaching from a Sheikh, strong connection with the Sheikh, strong connection. Doesn't matter how many whispers come, wasawis, because you'll get dhikr of Allah from the technician. Then the tariqah that the Sheikh gives, that this is how you have to do dhikr, then be regular in this. Be regular and consistent. Don't leave your work, jobs, employment, business, earning money, dunya, relationships, society. But in parallel with this, keep your dhikr